Okay, so what I need to do is go around the virtual room that we have and find out where everybody is located. Jalen, where are you at? You're in Tennessee, and where else?
Yes, I'm in Tennessee, and I'm real close to the border of Alabama, too. We're only 10 minutes from North Alabama, so I do both states.
Okay, awesome. I bet you love CE classes.
Yes.
Sherry Jackson, where are you located?
I am in Chicago.
Okay. Chicago. Wonderful Kelly Stevenson, my new favorite person who just got a referral from me. Where are you located?
In Tennessee and about to get my Kentucky license.
Woohoo! Tennessee and Kentucky. Okay, awesome. Greg Evans, where are you located?
I'm in Washington, D.C., licensed in Maryland, D.C., and Virginia.
Oh, awesome. So Washington, D.C. and Virginia.
In Maryland, yes.
And Maryland. Oh my God. Dude, why? Why all those licenses?
Everything is so close together that you could easily miss out on money if you're not licensed in all three. I just got back from a CEU class for DC, as a matter of fact.
The people that are licensed in more than one state, you're probably not going to like me today. I mean, you will like me, but okay, let me just continue on. Teresa Jackson, can you hear me now? Teresa's gone to the bathroom. Bobby Lester, where you is?
Georgia.
I knew that. Just testing you. No, I didn't know. I forgot. Rachel.
I sent you an email.
I know. Did I reply to you?
No, you did not.
Ooh, what a loser. What did you ask me?
Drip campaign.
Oh yeah, okay. It's way too long for me to send that to you. It's like 7 months.
I want it. I want it all.
Oh my God. Let me write this down. You want it all? Okay. Rachel.
Me too. Me too.
Oh my God.
You asked. You asked in public.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me keep finding out where everybody's at.
I'll email you though.
Yeah, will you email me? Let's see. Who am I on? Rachel, where are you at?
Sorry, North and South Carolina.
Both states.
Both states. I'm right on the border.
That's awesome. Let's see.
I sent you an email too for the drip campaign. FYI.
All right,
Slacker.
And I also want to know how Kelly got a referral from you. Just came in.
Somebody I know is looking for land, and they said, "Do you know anybody?" I said, "Yep, I got just the person."
Awesome.
Okay, Jalen, you want the drip?
Absolutely.
Kelly, you want it?
Yes, please.
All right. Sherry, am I saying your name right?
Cherie.
Cherie. Okay. I'm probably going to keep butchering it because I'll forget.
That's okay.
Stacy Greenlee, where you is? Yo, Stacy. Good morning, Stacy.
Good morning.
Oh, there you are. Stacy, where are you at?
Denver.
Colorado.
Exactly the same.
It's cold. It's too cold for me.
Oh my gosh, it's -1 this morning.
That's just wrong. That's way wrong. Tony, where are you at?
I'm right here.
I know that. What state are you in?
Georgia.
You big nerd. I'm right here. Jennifer Starks, where you is?
I'm in Buffalo.
Did she say Buffalo?
Yes.
New York?
Yes.
Okay. Kim Wilsey, where are you located?
I'm in Albany, New York. We're on the border of Vermont and Massachusetts is like an hour away.
What states are you licensed in? New York?
Just New York, yep.
Okay. Debbie Gentry.
I am located in Central Florida, in the Villages, Florida specifically.
So where's that near?
1 hour north of Orlando, and it's
Okay.
a 55-plus community, 89 pools, 52 golf courses. So come and have some fun.
Okay, perfect. So I think I got everybody. Jaylen, Cherie, Kelly, Greg, Teresa, Bobby, Rachel, Stacy, Tony, Jennifer, Kim, Debbie. Did I get everybody? Did I leave anybody out?
Gloria is in Tennessee as well.
Oh, okay.
Gloria Exum.
And I had asked for the drip campaigns also.
Who is that?
Debbie Gentry.
Gloria is where?
I would like it as well.
Hold on, everybody. Where's Gloria?
Tennessee and Florida.
Okay. All these dual licenses, y'all crack me up. I got to go take my test for Florida pretty soon. Okay, so we're going to continue from role playing from where we left off. Kelly, since you were my culprit from I'm sorry. It's the way it works, dude. Unless you want me to pick on somebody else. Give me pick on somebody else. You know, you publicly said that you would take me on in a Facebook Live with role playing, and now you're weaning out. What the hell?
Okay, bring it. I almost said, bring it, Big Daddy.
Big Daddy. Okay, so we left off last week. I told you that I was going to send you the paperwork to list your property, and you said that you were going to sign it through DocuSign, but I forgot to tell you one thing before I sent you the paperwork. That is, you know, we can put your property on MLS. You know, the commission is going to be 6%, 3 to the listing agent, 3 to the buyer's agent. And what you need to understand as the listing agent, probabilities are that I will never show your house. My job is to market your property to other buyers and other realtors. So who I go after is buyers and realtors. Now, what I suggested to you was putting it on one MLS, which you agreed to, right? Right, Kelly? Yes?
Yes.
So there's another option for you that I want you to consider. Instead of putting on one MLS, we can put it on multiple MLSs all over the world. So here's what happens. Yeah, because the reason that you didn't sell your property before is because you didn't have enough exposure. So what we can do now is we're going to put it on MLS, and then we're going to reach out to realtors in other states and get them to promote this listing on their MLS to get more exposure. So Kelly, my question is, if we had it on, say, 20 or 50 different MLSs, what do you think the possibilities are that you would get more traffic to your house, not only from people in town, but from other states that are relocating in? What do you think those possibilities are?
I would think it would be much higher, right?
Okay, so that's true. So my question is, of course, there's a charge for all of this. Would you agree to pay an additional 1% if the buyer or buyer's agent is procured from another state? So let me repeat that. If the buyer comes from another state or buyer's agent comes from another state, instead of it being a two-way split, now it becomes a three-way split. But if the buyer or buyer's agent comes from within my MLS, then you only pay 6%. But if it comes from a different MLS, then you pay 7%. How would you feel about doing that option?
Well, remember when you asked me what was more important, the money I get or the commission?
Right.
Would we have to up the price of the house?
Well, there's two ways to look at it. You can up the price of the house, but we've got to make sure it appraises. That's the other factor. Or instead of doing a price decrease, if it doesn't sell, that 1% allows for, instead of a price decrease, we just raise the commission, offering it to multiple realtors. And so we could be in a price war, in a bidding war, which is a beautiful thing to be in. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So whose dog is that?
Mine. Sorry.
Oh my God. So right now we're going to put this property in Texas MLS. And then we're going to send it to a realtor in Tennessee and Alabama. That's Jay Lynn. We're going to also send this listing to Cherie in Chicago. So I want to show you how this thing works. This is crazy. Then we're going to send it to another realtor who's in a different MLS in Tennessee and Kentucky. We're going to send it to another realtor in Washington, D.C., Virginia, and Maryland. Now we're really getting it out there. And then we're going to send it to a realtor in Georgia, a realtor in North Carolina and South Carolina, who's going to put it on their MLSs, a realtor in Colorado, a realtor who is in a different MLS in Georgia, hopefully, a realtor in, it's 2 realtors in New York, so we're going to put it in 2 MLSs in New York, a realtor in Orlando, Florida, a person that's hooked up in my group in Washington, and 1 more realtor in Tennessee, another MLS in Tennessee and Florida. So this is what this looks like. It's crazy, isn't it?
Wow.
Now, not only do I have connections with realtors in the United States, I'm also going to send it to realtors in different countries. So, Kelly, when we talked about selling your property, I did ask you what's more important, what you walk away with at closing or what you pay in commissions. If we can get you what you want at closing, is it okay for you to pay 7% commission?
Yeah.
Now, let me ask y'all a question. Looking at this diagram, how many for sale by owners do you think would turn this down? When I go against flat fee, $500 flat fee people, this is what I'm showing them. I'm showing them 7% as opposed to paying $500 flat fee to throw it on MLS and pray that it sells. This wins every time. Let me tell you what your competition is doing. Your competition, same brokerage or not, is sticking up a sign, a for sale sign, putting it on MLS, maybe updating on Realtor.com, throwing it on Zillow, Trulia, whatever else they could find, and hoping that it sells. Then I come behind them on a listing appointment and I show them this. Who do you think's going to win? You damn straight I'm going to win. This beats them every time. Any questions on this process here?
Yeah, I was just curious on, like, so my Georgia MLS, is it, I've never seen a listing in South Carolina or Florida on there. How do you list an out of state?
Have you ever looked?
No.
Good morning.
but I mean, okay, I will look today, but
so here's the process. I've been doing this for 10 years. I got hooked up with Olivier Mevalak and Audrey Mevalak. Audrey is probably with the same brokerage that most of you are with. And for 10 years, I've been using this system. I'm going to give you the website to go to at the end because I don't want y'all to go look it up while I'm trying to talk to you because that's exactly what you'll do.
Can we mute everybody that's not talking?
Ooh,
and we're getting a lot of.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, y'all just mute unless you got something to say or unless I pick on you, which I love to pick on people, which is a beautiful thing. Does the Georgia MLS allow to put an out-of-state listing in their MLS? Most MLSs do allow it, but if they don't, if you explain to them what you're trying to do, show them in the National Association of Realtors where they recognize it under the ethics rule, it is allowed as long as you have permission from the listing agent to promote it in a different MLS. So this is an idea that I want to share with y'all that you can start doing. And like I said, at the end of this webinar, I'll give you the website to find out more information on how to get this certification and how to get the right forms. You just can't make up your own forms, send it to the listing agent, and it be recognized because EXP is not, I'm sorry, the brokerage that I'm with is not going to recognize the forms or any other company, because when I was with the balloon company, they recognized it. When I was with the red shirt company, they recognized it too. Okay, any question? Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
I have a question. So when you're talking to the FSBO, are you on a Zoom call like this?
Yes.
So you can show them that?
Or else I'm just talking to them on the phone. If I'm talking to them on the phone and we're not on a Zoom, I tell them to write this down. And I make them draw their own picture.
Okay.
But usually I can explain it pretty well enough that they understand what I'm talking about. Any other? Now, Kelly, since you're the for sale by owner, as a for sale by owner, try to take off the realtor hat.
Okay.
Imagine yourself as a for sale by owner. Is there any possible way that you would consider talking to another realtor if a realtor proposed this system to you?
Me personally, I would.
Yeah,
my gut instinct would be to say no, but then I would say, let me ask if so and so could do that too.
Okay, and you know what I would tell you? Please do.
Yeah.
Please do. And then when they tell you no, call me, because most realtors don't even know how this works. I tried to.
Most realtors would say that can't. Right?
I think we lost Robert. Oh, Robert, are you there? Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, what did you say? Most realtors would what?
Would probably say that can't be done.
You're exactly correct. There was there's a guy that I talked to in Ohio, I think. He wanted me to help him sell his property, and I said, well, the problem is that I'm not licensed in Ohio, but if we can get a realtor in Ohio to put it on MLS and get them to agree to let me promote it, we can do it all day long. He loved the idea. The seller loved the idea. The problem is I couldn't find a realtor in Ohio that was a part of this system. So I spent an entire day trying to explain how this worked to a realtor that didn't understand the system. The broker couldn't even understand. So,
Robert, I have a quick question. I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I guess I'm a little confused. I'm assuming everybody's MLS is like this, but here in Colorado, the one we use, we have to use a property tax ID to locate the property. So how would I do that if the property tax ID is out of state? Because it's not going to recognize it as out of state Colorado.
In Texas MLS, which is Netris, is what we use. Every city is an area. Like Irving is area 26, Flower Mound is area 41. So in Texas, they created area 999, and that is any property outside of the Texas area, which would be other states. Any property outside the United States is area 1000. So that's how we distinguish between the different areas. So if you go to your MLS and you look for any listings outside of your city, they're probably going to be out of area. Does that make sense? Or this, like
It does. It's just that it gives us a unique PIN ID for every property. We have to actually look it up in order to enter the property onto the MLS. There's a unique tax property PIN ID.
So you can't do a search by state? Yes.
I'm sorry, I'll have to look again and see if I can, but I don't think we can. But I'll look.
I bet you can. I bet you can do a search by state.
We can do a search by state, but we only have the option of North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. Those are the only 3 states we can search.
Then what you'll do is when I give you this information on how to do this, you need to talk to Audrey and get her to send you whatever forms are needed for that state to recognize this. I just talked to Panama City Beach yesterday, and I sent them copies of the agreement with the listing agents because that one that I'm getting in Spain, I just got the paperwork. I had to send him copies because we're going to put it on MLS in Panama City Beach. It's 62.5 million for 1.6 million acres in Brazil.
But how will other brokers know to look for property? If they're not used to looking for property outside of their area, how will they know to even look for it?
It's going to come up on Realtor.com. We're going to depend on promoting it within your own MLS system.
You're just promoting the MLS to put it on the IDX.
Right. Let me do a screen share of, hold on.
You're not really worried about local brokers. You just want it on the IDX feed.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And here's the other thing too. It's going to show up on Realtor.com as many times as you have it listed. So if you have, let's just say that you co-list a property with a realtor in the 200,000 price range, it's going to show up that many times with that many listing agents, which means that it's going to keep showing up. You know, they're going to see the house, they're going to see another house, then they're going to see that house again, and then they're going to see another house, and then they're going to see it again. So as people are looking for houses on Realtor.com, this same house keeps popping up. They go, wow, I think I've seen that before. I'm not sure. You know, people can't remember. All right, so let me do a screen share. I want to show you something.
It must be a sign.
It's a sign. You need to go buy that stupid house. So let me do a screen share on my website. Not that I'm trying to promote my website at all, but I just want to show you. Can y'all see my screen?
Not yet.
No?
No.
Oh my God. Yes?
No. Yep. Now I can.
Okay, good. All right, so I put this under global properties. So what I did
You're licensed in Washington as well?
No, I have a realtor license in Washington. What I've done is I've, through my recruiting efforts, I get other realtors who are around beach properties, and then I get them to put their MLS. We add their MLS into my website. So on our website, since we specialize in beach and coastal properties, we've got Washington, 3 or 4 in Florida, myself, because Texas, because I'm going after, you know, South Florida, South Texas. But what I've done is I've pulled in MLSs from all over. And so these are listings pulling in from Netris, which we have. Hold on, let me show you some more. So when somebody goes to my website, since I'm pulling in MLSs from other states, this is almost like a small version of Realtor.com. There we go. This is mine. This is my listing in Rio de Janeiro. 1.5 million. Okay, who's got a question?
Lynn.
Yes, ma'am.
So who do you use for a provider for your website to be able to access from different states and countries?
This is iHouse.
Okay. Thanks.
iHouse Web. Here's one in Grand Cayman. It shows Texas because even though we know that Grand Cayman is not in Texas, it's in Grand Cayman Islands. For some reason, we can't get through the snags of taking Texas off. But here's a listing in Grand Cayman. So basically, what can happen is that you can now, once you have this certification, you can list properties all over the world. So here's a trick question for you. If Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, Dominican Republic, and Germany don't require licenses, a real estate license, does that keep you from selling real estate in those countries? Yes or no?
Heck no.
But you know why you're not going after it? Because you didn't know.
Exactly.
So here's a condo. So anyway, that's what I wanted to show you. Not that I'm trying to promote my website, but I wanted to show you that it's possible. See, my way of thinking has always been, since I was 10 years old, it's always been not can it happen. My way of thinking has always been, how can I make it happen? So when I went to my original website people, I asked them, is it possible for me to put more than one MLS on my website? They said, no, impossible. I said, okay. So I started calling around different website companies. I said, can this be done? I want to add multiple MLSs on one website so that when somebody does a search for a beach property, any beach property, it'll pull up everything and pull in MLSs from every website, from every MLS that we have on our website. They said, oh yeah. I said, how many MLSs can I have? They said, as many as are out there. I said, rock on. And so that's what we have. We've set up a website with multiple MLSs on one website. So if people do a search for beach properties, I got it right here. So going back to the for sale by owner, here's what you got to understand. You've got to think different than what most people are doing. If you don't, then you're just another realtor, with a fancy presentation. If you don't do something different, you're not going to get these. You're not going to get these for sale by owner appointments. You got to think way outside the box, like outside the crate, is what I call it. Tony, you're looking at me like I'm crazy. Any questions?
Just listening to you.
Okay. Any questions from anybody so far? Rachel?
I have a question. It's
Yes,
Lynn
ma'am.
again.
Oh, Lynn. Rachel raised her hand, but go ahead,
Oh,
Lynn.
okay.
Go ahead, butt in if you want.
I took the international designation course, but I have to have the production to get the certification.
You took the CIPC. What's it called?
I don't know what it is. It's
Waste of money.
I something. It's an NAR certification for international real estate.
Waste of money. What they did is they sold you some letters so that you can go out and do international real estate. But what they didn't teach you how to do is how to do it.
Right. That's right.
With this designation that we have, it's called a global marketing agent.
Awesome.
We can show you how to physically do it, how to contact people that are already involved. And when I heard about this 10 years ago, this is where I was. I was with the balloon company, and I went to a presentation by Audrey and Olivier, and I'm very tight when it comes to money. I do not release money very easy.
Me too.
So they made this presentation. I'm living in Texas, and I want to get licensed in Florida because I'm thinking, I got to get licensed in Florida because I want to sell condos in Florida. So they went to this presentation. They said, what you can do is you can team up with a realtor in a different state without being licensed and promote their listings on your MLS with these forms. I said, whoa, back up, Jack. You're telling me I don't need to get licensed in Florida and I can list properties, co-list it with another realtor and get paid? They said, yes, exactly. So, the questions started flowing from me. I'm taking over this whole presentation because I'm asking questions now. Now we're serious. And I said, how much does this certification cost? He said, $360. It's gone down since then. I said, who do I make the check to?
Right.
I mean, Mr. Tight is ready to cough up some money. And for 10 years, I've been doing this system. And it's awesome. In fact, there's a group on Workplace, which some of you belong to.
Got it.
Some of you might not. If you don't, call me and I'll tell you how to get involved.
Me.
Do what?
Or me.
Or me.
Or me.
It's
Bunch of
called-
hustlers.
It's called Global Marketing Agents. That's the group. Look for that group. If you're a part of this particular brokerage that we're with, if you're not, don't call Kelly. She's, she just got arrested. She's going back to jail. Lynn is, you don't want to do business with Lynn.
You want to do business with Rachel.
No.
Hey, Robert, what's the class to get that designation?
It's all done online. You can do it all online, and you can do it in a day.
But what's the class? Do you know?
What's the class? What's it called? I'll tell you that at the end of this webinar. Just hold your panties, man. Okay, going back to this deal. So let me give you a little bit more specifics about how it works. I'm not one to talk about how to build the clock. I just like to tell you what time it is. But let me tell you how to build the clock. What you're going to do is you're going to get an agreement with each listing agent where they're going to agree to promote this listing on their MLS. So if I give this listing to Lynn, what Lynn's going to do is she's going to sign an agreement with me as the listing agent because it's my listing. We don't have to get the seller involved. It's an agreement between the listing agent and the promoting agent. So that's what it's called. You're a promoting agent. So Lynn takes this paperwork. There's 2 forms to fill out. One's an agreement to split the commissions. So it's going to be 2% to me, the listing agent, 2% to Lynn, the promoting agent, and 3% to the buyer's agent. Now that's at 7%. You can charge whatever commission you want. I've done 8% before, which changes the whole commission structure. But what happens is that Lynn is going to promote this on her MLS as if it's her listing, because that's what the agreement says. I'm giving Lynn permission to promote this thing as if it's her listing. If she brings the buyer's agent or the buyer, so let's talk about buyer's agent first. If Lynn promotes this property, let's say it's a $200,000 property, Lynn promotes this property on her MLS, and she brings Rachel, who's the buyer's agent. Rachel gets 3% as the buyer's agent. Lynn gets 2% as the promoting agent. I get 2% as the listing agent. But let's say that Lynn puts this on Facebook and sees this property and says, Lynn, hey, tell me about this property. Well, since Lynn is not licensed in Texas, what she's going to do is she's going to get an email to verify that she procured the buyer, and then the buyer is going to start talking to me, the listing agent, because Lynn's not licensed in Texas. So all negotiations have to go through the person that's licensed in that state. So we work out the deal. At closing, Lynn gets her, actually on that situation, since Lynn brought the buyer, she gets, 2% minus 7% minus 2% equals 5% commission. Good morning, because Lynn brought the buyer. She is the promoting agent and she's the buyer's agent, so she gets both.
So we could get one of your properties that you have listed, put it on Facebook, even if you haven't contacted us. And if we bring a buyer to you, we would be the buyer's agent?
Yes. If there's no other realtor involved, you become the buyer's agent.
Okay. Even though we're in another state?
Right, but even though you're in another state, but you're not going to be negotiating the contract. I do, because I'm licensed. I'm licensed in that state. So Rachel, let's back it up. Let's say that you take one of my listings. I mean, I've got a listing in Costa Rica. I think
I'll
it's
take the Costa Rica listing. I put it on Facebook.
okay. So it's 475. This listing in Costa Rica. You put it on. You promote it on your MLS, and Tony is a buyer. And Tony calls and says, "Hey, Rachel, tell me about this listing that you have that you're putting on Facebook for Costa Rica. I want to buy this thing." And you tell Tony, let me get you in touch with the realtor who's licensed in that state. Okay. So you put it in the email, you send it to me, you say, I've got a buyer who's going to contact you. His name is Tony Mitchell. So now you're protected, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you have a paper trail on this. You're protected. Me and Tony start working out the deal. Actually, we can do a three-way and you can listen to the whole conversation, but all the negotiations have to come through me because I'm the listing agent. Tony buys the property. You get 5% as the buyer's agent. I get 2%.
But we can't really represent the buyer.
You're not representing the buyer.
Best interest.
You're going to get, this is going to be paid not as a commission. It's now going to turn into a 5% referral fee.
Okay.
It's a hell of a referral fee.
It's
Love
a
it.
great referral fee.
Gotcha. Now I understand.
Screw 25%.
Yes, exactly. Screw 25%. And I'm so glad you said that, because when
awesome.
I post on Facebook every day. I put a question of the day every day, and I do that. How can I say this in a nice way? I do that because it amazes me how some realtors, most realtors, are so closed-minded. They will work for 25% when they could be asking 50% referral fee. I do 50%. I did 25 with Kelly because I really don't want to mess with Emmanuel because, 30. I did 30. Okay. I should have been 50, by the way.
I should have charged you 50.
Oh my God. But you're going to work for every penny on that one, dude.
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, why would you take 25% now that you know that there's a better system out there where you can get way more commission than 25%? I will never work on a 25% referral fee, ever. It just ain't going to happen. It's going to be 50%. Let me tell you a story. And this is kind of a little bit different twist on what I did. But I just want to tell you a story of something that happened about probably 5 years ago. I was calling for sale by owners, and I was calling this guy who lives in Texarkana. Now, for you that don't understand how Texas border is, Texas borders with Arkansas. So there's a city called Texarkana, which borders, half of it is in Texas, the other half is in Arkansas. So I'm talking to this for sale by owner, and he says, yeah, I want to list my property. And I said, okay, great. Can you give me the physical address so that I can put it on the listing agreement? Because I'm licensed in Texas, right? He says, it's so-and-so, Arkansas. And I'm thinking, oh, shit. I'm not licensed in Arkansas. I said, so here's what we're going to have to do. We're going to do a 7% commission, and we're going to get a realtor in Arkansas to put it on their MLS, and I'm going to put it on MLS in Texas. So I called this realtor that I know who's a part of this system here. And I said, Deanna, I've got a great news for you. You're fixing to get a listing, but I need 50% referral fee on the listing, and you get all the buyers. You pay me 0 on the buyers. She goes, 50%. What are you going to do? I said, I'm going to promote it on my MLS, You're going to promote it on your MLS. You're going to actually be the listing agent. You're going to give me permission as a promoting agent to promote it on Texas MLS. She goes, well, how much is the listing? I said, it's 7 million. She goes, oh, hell yeah, I'll do that. Because 50% on at 1.5 is a lot of money, you know? So she took the listing. She was actually, so I sent her a referral form where she's the listing agent, I'm the promoting agent, and I get a referral fee of 50% on the listing side. She got buyers off that sign because she's the listing agent. She paid me 0 commissions. It's a win-win for me because now when I'm talking to a for sale by owner and I show him that I've got listings all over the world, here's exactly word for word what I tell for sale by owners. Now remember, before I tell you this, we talked about personality types in either the first or second class. For sale by owners have a type A personality for the most part. That means tell it like it is, no fluff. So I told these for sale by owners, and I would ask them, let's use Arkansas, for example. I would say, here's a listing that I have in Arkansas. Kelly, do you think there's any realtors in Arkansas?
Sure.
How many realtors do you think in Arkansas?
Hundreds.
Okay, so why would a seller use Robert Russell in Texas to list their property? Let me show you these listings that I have in Costa Rica. Do you think there's any realtors in Costa Rica?
Probably.
Do you think they use Robert Russell as the listing agent because I suck as a realtor?
No.
And when I say that to them, it makes them think, holy cow, this guy must be good. Because if he can get listings in different states or different countries, I've got to go with him. Now, that's exactly word for word what I tell them. Do you think it's because I suck as a realtor? I tell them that. They appreciate that verbiage because it's their personality. They can relate to that. I will not lose a listing appointment if I go in with this and I can show them that I've got listings all over the world. So back to 10 years ago, I'm in this presentation learning about the system. And so Olivier says, and Olivier's from France, he says, so basically here's how it works. We'll supply you a list of all these realtors who are looking for other realtors to promote. And he said, all you got to do is call them and ask them to put it on their MLS and they'll gladly give it to you. I said, bullshit. There ain't no way. He said, Robert, I'm telling you, it's true. He said, I'll give you a realtor's name and number right here. And this is at this presentation. So he gave me his phone and he goes, so-and-so, I want you to talk to Robert Russell. He wants to put his MLS. He wants to put one of your listings on the Dallas MLS. Talk to him. So I'm right there. I put him on speakerphone and the guy says, oh yes, I'll give it to you. I'm thinking, oh my God, this is going to be a gold mine. So I start contacting realtors all over the world to see if I can co-promote their listings. And they just gladly give them up. It got so good at one time when I was heavily doing this that I got in tight with some realtors in the Virgin Islands. There was one realtor. There's a realtor that I deal with right now. We don't even talk. I haven't talked to her in 3 years. She just sends me the forms, tells me to sign them, send them back, and voila, I've got a new listing. Don't even talk to her anymore. She just sends them to me because that's what kind of relationship we have. Now, have I blown everybody's minds on the for sale by owner market, which is completely different than what you're probably expecting? Yes, I hear Tony. Tony's now, he's now no longer in the days.
Absolutely.
Okay, any questions on any of that? Stacy, I see you waving your hand.
Sorry. I had to call in on my phone today because my speakers on my computer aren't working. So if it doesn't, if our MLS won't let us do stuff outside or outside of our region, can we still somehow participate in this program? Like
you can.
Trying to figure out.
What you can
okay,
do,
thank you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What you can do, I got a listing 2 days ago from a realtor in Dallas. Now, he's already got it on MLS in Dallas, but he wants me to co-promote it. So I said, let me give it to my girlfriend. She can put it on MLS in Panama City Beach. So I went ahead and signed the forms, but even though I can't put it in MLS, I can still promote it on my website or any other places that I want to promote it. And if I bring the buyer or buyer's agent, then I get paid on it. So yes, you can. You can do it for sure. Some
Well, on the
MLS,
one, just real, oh, sorry.
Stacey, let me tell you this. Some MLSs have no idea how this works. There are MLSs that understand and they recognize it. So what I would recommend is if your MLS doesn't recognize it, get in touch with Audrey, who's the founder of this whole system. She's the brilliant brainchild behind all this, and ask her to talk to your MLS. We're in Colorado. Audrey lives in France now, and she still lists property in France. Do you remember Braveheart? Remember the movie Braveheart?
Do we remember Braveheart, please?
Okay. Do you remember the castle in Braveheart? Audrey was the listing agent for the castle on Braveheart. She goes after big stuff. I mean, you know, I'm a big thinker, and then when she told me Braveheart Castle, I'm going, oh my God, I don't even think that big. So you got to get in touch with Audrey for sure. You got to talk to her. She lives in France. She's on a different time zone, but she's incredible to talk to. Okay. Somebody else
Bobby's
had
got a question in chat.
Bobby. Mevelek. Mevell. Hold on. Hold on. Let me look it up. She's on this workplace, which some of you aren't on. Mevellec. Let me type that. Audrey.
I did.
Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. All right. So the name of the website to get this certification, I'm going to go ahead and tell you all that now. So if y'all would wait till we're off the webinar before you start searching this, please. And if I find you're doing it, I'm going to cut you off, and you're going to miss some good stuff.
It's like you know us or something.
I know. We're realtors, dude. We like to look ahead. I remember when I was when I was a freshman in high school, I took typing class. I thought, oh my God, that's probably the most boring class. And the teacher would put the assignment on the board, and I said, okay, I'll just start on it because I suck at typing. So I'd start before everybody else is supposed to. All right. So the name of the website that you're going to go to is globalmarketingagents.com. So I'm going to go to this real quick. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Let's do a screen share. Y'all see my screen?
Yep.
Yes? No? Okay, cool. All right, so this is the website, globalmarketingagent.com. And you got to take a test to get your certification. It's got resources, all the forms that you need to do to co-promote a listing. Now, here's another form that I'm going to talk about real quick. Let's say that I didn't do this with Kelly because I trust her, but on a normal referral, what happens is you sign a referral agreement and then you pass it off to Kelly and you hope and pray that she doesn't fall between the cracks and you just lost that referral. There's a referral form on here. I can't remember which one it is, but I'll find it. There's a referral form on this website that we can use that's a dual buyer rep agreement and a referral form. So if I call Kelly and say, Kelly, how's Emmanuel working? And Kelly says, well, I haven't talked to him in a couple of months. I kind of really forgot about it. I can say, Kelly, do you remember that form we signed? I have the buyer's rep agreement on him. You're just getting a referral. So Kelly, you're fired. I'm taking this referral away from you, and I'm going to give it to Lynn, who's going to work the buyer. So we have a dual buyer's rep and a referral agreement in these forms, which is kind of cool. You can also go after developers, development property, and list development properties. And then it's got videos that show you exactly how this whole thing works, how the agreements work, how to co-market your local properties to the world, how to share listings. And then the last thing I want to show you is to search for agents. So let's say that I get a property and I want to go after Barbados. I want to list some properties on Barbados. So there's only one dude right now, Rohan Moore. I sent an email to Rohan, say, hey, Rohan, I'm a global marketing agent like you. Do you have any properties in Barbados that I can list? And if Rohan doesn't have anybody, he'll easily give me his listing. And I can promote it as if it was mine. Any questions so far?
And you promote these show up as kind of a co-listing?
It's going to show up as my listing.
Which will make it easier for your FSBOs.
Sweet.
Like you said. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
So excited.
I know. It's kind of cool. Okay. One more thing I'm going to show you, and then we're done. We're going back to my website. So y'all check out that. If you do sign up, tell them what brokerage you're with, and they might give you a deal. So this is some links that I added on to my website for developers. Now this is kind of cool. I love this system right here. So let's say that somebody is playing around and they want to see, oh, let's see, he's got Cabo developers. Let's take a look at this. Let's see what he has in Cabo. This for sale by owner specialist in Cabo. Wow, here's some communities in Cabo. Let's take a look at, which one do you want to look at? I'm going to show y'all something. Which one? Give me one you want to look
Esperanza.
at. Esperanza. Notice whose name is here as the contact person.
Oh my.
Oh my God. How in the world does that happen? So buyer lands on the property and the builder gets a copy of this lead and Robert Russell gets a copy of this lead. And I'm now the buyer's agent on this development. Good morning. Let's look at other areas, shall we?
That's too cool.
That's because it went through your website, right?
No, this is called a mask. So what happens is this company, I got in when this company first came out. They charged for this. Now I got it free because you know I'm kind of a visionary kind of guy. I knew that this was going to be huge. So what happens is that they put a mask over the builder's information. So right where you see my mouse, if you went to this builder's website, you're going to see their contact information on here. But since I have it on my website and I've got the widget, they hide the builder's contact information and they put my information instead. So the name of this company is, oh my God, I just forgot. Something Shield. Dang
Did
it.
you have to manually put this in? No.
No.
Agent Shield.
Agent Shield, that's it. agentshield.com.
Web address.
Yep. So you can make widgets. Let's say that you specialize only in, God forbid, snow properties, Colorado. You can have a section of developers on your website and create your own widgets and add them to your website for people that love snow properties or golf properties. Or you can create your own niche markets using this and putting developers on your website, and it makes you appear, remember, perception is the key. It makes you appear as you're like a big dog with all these developers all over the world. Now, if I'm showing them this and I'm showing them developers where I'm the contact person, to a for sale by owner, is Robert Russell like every other listing agent out there? Is he like every other realtor who's going to stick up a sign and pray that it sells? No. Out of the crate. You got to think out of the crate.
Excuse me, Mr. Russell.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, Mr.
Okay, so Mr. Russell.
It's Robert. Thank you.
So, okay, just to clarify, so this one that we're looking at right now, the Ventanas Hotel and Residences, you're using Agent Shield to make this widget. Do you or do you not have an agreement with them right now to do a buyer, to do the referral?
Yes, because I'm subscribed to this.
You do.
Because I'm subscribed to Agent Shield. And so they understand that anybody that's subscribed to Agent Shield, if a lead comes through, it automatically goes to me.
I see. Okay. Thank you very much. So you're not just going out there and grabbing random condos and stuff overseas and popping them onto this thing.
No,
okay, just making sure.
That'd be awesome if I could do that, but no. I would have way more than what I do. So with Agent Shield, you can go in and select what kind of properties you want. I've got everything out there, and I put it on my website. So you can do, hold on, let's do another one.
This is Lynn.
Lynn, yes, ma'am.
Let me just clarify. So they've already signed up, these developers, with Agent Shield, that you can just pick and choose?
Yes.
Awesome.
So let's say, oh, there's Colorado. Let's pick on Colorado. People that like to work in the cold. Crazy. Makes no sense to me. Why?
I don't know how you guys could take that humidity and the big butt.
Oh, whatever. It is not hot. You need to come here for like a week and you'll want to pack your bags once you see our beach.
And leave.
I agree.
All right. So here's Colorado. Let's say that I want to specialize in properties in Colorado because I'm licensed in Colorado, which I'm not. But let's just say Stacy, for example. So, woo, that was loud. Okay, we're at our time limit here, so we're going to do this and then we're done. Let's look at Chatfield Homes. They start from 701. Boom, there I am again. Oh my God. I'm like a big dog here in beautiful Colorado.
So I have a question.
Yes.
For those of us who don't have the budget to pay for another website that allows multiple MLSs and such, is there a way to do this with
don't say the company.
I'm thinking it's offered with our own brokers?
I don't know. See, here's how I am. Here's my personality. I'm very territorial. I don't like to use a company's website because if something happens and I decide that I don't like that company anymore, I'm packing my bags and I'm taking my toys home with me. That's why I use my own website. I've used them for so long that I'm going to stick with them. And I also use Top Producer because I've used that now for 18 years. I've got contacts in there. I've got them on email campaigns. It would be a pain in the butt to move everything to a system like KV Core or anything like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand for you, but I'm thinking for someone who's new and doesn't have the capital yet to launch.
Well, here's how you can solve that problem. Here's how you solve that problem. Go back and watch the first training session that we did,
Yeah.
getting leads. Get your butt on the phone, start calling for sale by owners, start screwing up on the phone. Who cares? You're going to have 1,000 people to call a week. If you mess up on the first 100, no big deal because you got 900 more people to call.
Yeah.
Start making some money. I'm gonna.
Can I say just?
Yes,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say real quick, if she's talking about that brokerage that's up in the cloud, I think you can add a custom page to your website and then add these widgets on that custom page. But I could be wrong. But just an idea for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do a class on how to build a large team. That's coming later. No, Kelly, don't do it. Why? We don't want to build a team?
Team recruits, yes.
Okay. We'll have a discussion on the side on that one.
You don't make money with the team.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. You're thinking way too small. What if you have a team in multiple states? Listing agent, buyer's agent, transaction coordinator in 50 different states. You telling me and a 50% referral?
Well, in our company, maybe. Well, okay, yeah.
Okay. So
okay.
this concludes our party for today.
I have a
Is this
question.
week 4?
Everybody else.
Do what now?
Is this
I
week
said
4?
No.
It's what?
Is this week 4?
This is it.
Oh.
Yeah, but he's giving us an extra lesson next week for free as a bonus because we were such good kids.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm taking a week off. I'm taking a week off.
Yeah.
Okay, so look, here's the deal. I'm doing a for sale by owner and expireds. There's going to be some duplication on what you've already heard, but I'm adding some stuff in there. It's 5 weeks, $55. Make it holla. Good stuff. So if you want to register, there's a registration out there. $55. We're going to talk. I'm adding expireds, how to go after them, how to find leads on your website, on your MLS that you didn't know were there. They're free, by the way. Leads are free. So if y'all would, if you have any comments, what I would recommend is to post it on any group page that you see me on. Post that you enjoyed it, that you hated it. Robert wasted our money. He wasted our time. Whatever you want to post. Make it sound good, though. Lie for me a lot, would you? And if y'all have any questions, call me. I hope y'all have had a good time. I love doing this stuff. I love training.
Great.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank
Okay.
you.
And
Thank you.
somebody's winning a vacation this week. I'll announce that in the email later on today.
Robert, are you better on the phone than you are just sending you an email?
What do you mean replying? Is that
Like
what
if I have a question, you'd rather just call you than send an email?
Yes. Call me. Text me first to make sure I can talk. Text me and then I'll call you. Yeah, call me. I love to talk.
Bobby, just don't get his assistant when you call.
Did you hear my latest message about being on a jet? Did you hear my latest voicemail? Okay, you got to call just to hear it. Okay, my number. My number, 972-679-9029. Yes, call me if you want to talk. And all these people, hold on, before we hang up here. Oh my God, we're way over time. Greg, do you want to be on the drip email? Okay, drip.
Yes. Yeah.
Teresa? She has a nice ceiling. Stacy?
Yes, I would like it. Yes, I would like it as well. This is Teresa.
Oh, you're there. You're alive. So glad you could
Yes,
join.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm at work. That's why.
Oh, gosh. Stacy G, emails? Email campaign? Okay. Tony M?
Yes.
Jennifer? Jennifer? Is that a yes? Okay. You're so quiet. Shh.
Have you ever
Kim,
been asked to do this before?
what?
To
If
be
you're
added
in,
to your drip campaign?
if you're in Texas, I'm not going to send you my drip email campaign. It's not going to
I'm
happen.
just saying, has anybody asked you to do
Oh yeah, all the time. Every time I do this.
this before?
This is my third
Okay.
round to do for Silver Under Training.
I thought I was a
Kim,
freaking genius.
oh yeah, you are. You're not so smart when it comes to doing role playing. Oh, by the way, Kelly and I are going to have a role playing session on Facebook. It's going to be on Facebook Live. So y'all be sure, because she has challenged me to role play. You're going to go down and defeat.
Yes, please invite that out. You can do it, Kelly. I know you can.
Yeah, where are you at? Kim, do you want to be on, did she leave? I think she left. Gloria, do you want to be on drip email? Okay. I'm going to say no. Okay. Well, that's it, everybody. Y'all have a great day. Stay tuned for the role-playing session, Kelly versus Robert. It's going to be a blast.
You know when I'm nervous, I just laugh, right?
You didn't do so
be
bad last
ready.
time you did that. All right. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye, y'all. Thank y'all.